What's up, guys? It's a brand new day here at Epic BMX. We got myself. It's been a while. Went through a few different contests that we went through the whole year. Time for a brand new bike. So today we're gonna be building up a brand new bike with me. We got the Devin Smiley SIG frame, just came out. The Biggie 21-inch top tube. We're gonna get into that later though. First things first, we're gonna get some wheels laced up. Already got some spokes cut, nice fancy rims. So this thing's a thing that kind of takes a little bit of the longest time, so we're gonna get started with this and we're gonna put everything together. All right, we are back. Wheels are laced, as you can see, looking spiffy. We're gonna start with the bike build, starting out with the front, working our way back. First things first, we grab the forks. Got some 18mm offset investment cast Colt forks, going chrome this time. Nice short offset, just a really responsive steering. Slap these puppies on. Greasing up the race. First bearing on. Grabbing the second bearing. Slapping it all together. Last but not least, stem. Yours truly. Top cap going on. This new frame's got a little bit of a taller head tube, so you don't got to run any of the small spaces in there. Kind of fills up the void. Really like that. Just a little bit of a cleaner look. Tightening this sucker down. Cool. Front end's there. Moving on to the bottom bracket. All right, pressing the bottom bracket in. Going one at a time in our fancy BB press. Spacers on. Bearing number 2 going in. Like the small details. It's got the shadow name engraved right in there. If you don't have one of these nice bottom bracket presses at home, you could always use a mallet. This way is just a little bit safer. Got the assurance you're not gonna mess up the bearing. All right, going in, making sure everything's going in straight. Next up, sprocket and cranks. Sabotage sprocket, got the plastic guard, replaceable in case you ever break it. I've personally never broken one though. We have the Shadow Finest cranks. These definitely are, if I could open it. Alright, I'm ripping it.
You got the like finest tape too.
In chrome, 160mm, nice and short. They feel great for 360s, tail ups, that kind of stuff. Let's slap these puppies on. Grease is your best friend when installing cranks. You don't want to have some squeaky cranks. Also, you want a nice, smooth assembly if you like doing crank flips. Slide the spindle in. Give it a few good whacks with the mallet. Make sure not to use a hammer, otherwise you'll mushroom that spindle out. Alright, nice and set in. Let's put the bolt in. Bottom this sucker out. Cool. Slide the sprocket on. Also, grease again. I like to grease in between the hat washer right in here. Slide that thing in, grease that all up. Make sure everything's sitting nice and snug. Sliding over BB dust cover. Time to throw this thing in. Almost forgot which side drive I was. Put on the other side now. Grab your trusty mallet. Let your dad laugh at you. Give it a good smack. Should do. And we're gonna put the bolt in and let it self-tighten itself. Bars are right here. Cut to 29. Put these on. My little tip, use a nice long Allen key. And it's a piece of cake. Literally. Alright, got the bars in the rough position. Just gonna snug up these Allen key bolts. We're gonna adjust everything once it hits the ground. Just making sure it's like that so it doesn't move around, hit you in the face. Cool, what do we got next? I think wheels and tires. Ah, god damn it. You know it's a good tire when you're struggling to put it on. You know that bead won't blow off. Yeah, I'm gonna need to give up and use some tire levers.
He did it all by himself.
All by myself.
Without any help from anyone. How much PC?
65 on average. Sometimes we deflate it a little bit from doing a heavier drop or something, but typically 65. It's good all around pressure for bowls, street, dirt. This tire is actually good for all that too, even though it's slick. Got a lot of questions on that. People are like, you running slicks, it's gonna be shitty in dirt. But handles amazing. Ride sheep hills and never really slipped out. What do we got here? Wheel going in. Oh yeah.
Spin it.
That's
yes.
tricky. Looking good. Beating this thing. See, all by myself. God. Just made an hour video of me putting this beat on. Opening up all the pegs. Of course, you know how we roll it with it. All 4 pegs. Rant Elo cool pegs. I think unpackaging is harder work than building this bike. Got the impactor. Peg on. Don't forget your peg adapter, 3/8 to 14, and your hub guard. Screw this together. Go slow if you're on impact, or just hand tighten it. Or if you're a G like me, go full speed. Move it over to the next side. Same thing. Peg, adapter. If you could go in, please. And the hub guard. Bolt this sucker up. Alright, slide it in. Tighten this thing down. Oh yeah. Look how nice that looks. Same thing, but this time we don't use the adapter because this is 14 already. Going on. Take 2. Okay, peg, going on. Holding the axle this time. All right, now we got chain and seat and pedals and grips. Nice easy stuff. We got the best chain in the business, Shadow Supreme chain. You know how we roll, in chrome.
You know what they say about chrome.
Just kidding. All right, chain is cut, pushing it all together. Make sure that pin's nice and aligned. Loosen up the chain breaker. Line the pin. Make sure to go slowly, that way you don't break chain breakers like everybody does. Oh, just broke it, just kidding. Going in nice and smooth, and we're in. Test, make sure you did a good job. Oh yeah. We got DAC pedals, make sure you use grease on them. Screw these bad boys in. Should always hand tighten these first. A lot of people get confused which one's reverse thread and which one's not, and cross thread them. So I always like to hand thread them in. Then go in, got a nice handy 6mm right here, tying them down. I lied, this is not a 6mm, it's a 5. You think you hand me the 6? There we go. You know, this is how we build all of our bikes here, nice and disorganized. Okay, nice and tight. Got some background noise, courtesy of the boys outside grinding some stuff. But moving on to the seat, if I could get this thing out. Colt seat post, Colt Van seat. This one's got the white stitching though. I think it's gonna go really nice with the chrome. Bolt this up together. Going in. Seat in. Run about 4 fingers. Make sure your seat's nice and aligned. Last thing, we got grips, nice and easy. Freshy Colt grips. I like to stretch them out before I throw them on. Helps break them in. And quick little life hack, if you got an air compressor, it's literally the best way to put them on. A lot of people use, I don't know, soap and water. They come in here with soap and water grips and almost die. So don't do that. Use air. No drying time.
Do you think you could elaborate on your wrist work?
No. Bar ends in. I like these. They use an Allen key. Helps spread it out instead of the typical push through. World's best stem. Just saying. Putting that out there.
What makes it the best?
You know, it's got the best specs out there. Nice and short. Good rise. And the bolts are on the bottom so you can't see the bolts. And it has a brain on it.
Damn.
And it's max Vooz.
You can't get better than that, people.
Can't get better. How's that look?
Looks pretty good.
All right, we are finished up, bike's tuned up, ready to talk about it. So, first things first, we'll start at the top. We have Colt grips, nice and fresh, rib pattern, love it. Voltis straight gauge bars, a little bit more of the heavy duty compared to the we have the Voltis straight gauge bars, a little bit more heavy duty compared to the featherweight. Got them in chrome, 9-inch rise. I don't really like to go too tall on the handlebars. Next thing, we got the stem, yours truly, 43 long, 30 tall. Nice and short stem, feels good on bar spins, nice twitchy steering. Bolts underneath, nice and unique look. All right, going to the forks, we have the Investment Cast 18mm offset. Once again, I like my front end, very twitchy. So this whole setup right here, nice and fast steering, bar spins feel good. Going to the main thing, we have the brand new Colt Biggie frame, Devin Smiley signature. So you know it's gonna be good. Cool feature with this frame is it's got a really tall head tube and a really tall seat tube. So you don't have to run a lot of headset spacers and you don't have to run your seat really tall, and it looks really good. Got this bad boy in a 21-inch top tube, like it a little bit longer. Moving on to the middle of the bike, we have Shadow Finest cranks, 160mm in chrome. I like a really short crank. Crank flips feel good, tails feel good, 360s feel good. All of that helps with the shorter cranks. Sprocket, we have the Shadow Sabotage guarded sprocket. It's got a plastic guard, so in case you like doing bashes and stuff like that, you could always replace the guard by itself instead of the whole sprocket. We have the Shadow Supreme chain, best chain in the business. My personal favorite. It's the most heavy duty. I've been running my old one for who knows how long, and it's still going strong. So that means a lot. Pedals, Colt DAC pedals, nice big platform, really beefy spindle. Feels great for crank arms, pedal slides, that kind of stuff. Now the main show, center of the show, the wheels. We have Shadow, I'm gonna butcher this name so bad. Apparently it's Spanish. Calle, Main Street. Simone Bracco signature rim. Really beefy. I've been running those for a while. Haven't had a flat spot or wobble since. Just chew it every once in a while and it's been dialed. Free coaster is a Shadow optimized left-hand drive black. Laced up here at Epic BMX, we got nice fancy color spokes. So we went crazy on the pattern. Half silver, half red to complement the rim. Pretty much same thing with the front, except we are using the symbol front hub, just a little bit different shape. I like it, looks cool. And it's got built-in hub guards that are nice and slim. Last but not least, Van seat. This brand new one has white stitching, complements the chrome really well. Altogether, I think she came out pretty dang good. I can't wait to ride this thing. Vans is just around the corner, so hopefully you guys will see some fresh clips. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up, Max Wu-Tang on Instagram or here at Epic BMX. See you guys. Thank you for watching.